Hey out there, it's Greg Colossale, and I'm doing another little video, another business video. It's going to be in extreme opposition of the last video. This video is called Allies. So let's talk a little bit about business and allies. Allies also meaning teamwork. Allies really meaning garnering great people who want to see you succeed and help you succeed. This is a very magical thing that is really one of the most proud things I've ever done in my life. It's hard to explain what I mean, but you need to know that you cannot do this alone. Business is not a solo idea. Think about it. It's really easy to understand. You have a juice and you want to sell it to other people. You have a car and you want to sell it to another person. Allies, other people are business. So when you have an idea and you step into the free market, it'll take other people telling other people, showing other people, letting other people, giving to other people, whatever it is you're selling or serving. And this is the key to success. Now, what does that mean in real time, bricks and mortar and grassroots? Well, in order for you to get your idea out there to many, it's like anything else. It's going to travel through a pipeline of people talking and gossiping in a sense. It's also going to be in an exchange of recommendations. I really want you to try this. You should go there. And this is what social connections create. Hey, does anybody know a good math tutor? And that is why strong people, I shouldn't say strong people, strong business ideas, usually led by strong people, maintain and stay around for years because people are repeatedly saying the same thing. Go see John. He's a great math tutor. So my last video, I watched it a couple times, and it's about adversaries. And you gain adversaries over time because your ego and you're not always understanding on how to fight or stay around people that don't like you. But the opposite is really the asset, which is the team that you build. Excuse me. I'm a pretty forgiving person, but a lot of people who are inexperienced with the many things that life brings, they can get stunted. Like if they're a Democrat and they think you're a Republican, they may not like you or want to work for you. If they're a Republican and they think you're a Democrat, they may not like you or want to work for you. If you have emotional outbreaks, if you have political stances that are loud in any direction, you could be anti-windmill or anti-whale or anti-capitalism or green community. It doesn't matter. They will find you to be unlikable and will want to walk away from you. That is okay. It hurts and it's confusing, and you're like, I don't even vote. You think I'm a Democrat? It doesn't matter who is accusing you and what it is because it's inevitable. It's a little less harsh for women because people will be kinder publicly for the most part to women, except other women. But primarily, that's a small little advantage, but it goes across the board. So when you're building your team, you want to look closely at their eyes. I don't mean to sound aggressive, but unless you're a fool, and I have been for most of my life, you don't know if a person has intentions that are good or not, but often you can see it in their eye. And that eye is something you would look at regularly if they're a regular customer. So let me explain what I mean. If you're trying to detect honor, trust, God, it sounds like I feel like Mr. Miyagi. You want to measure this feeling and see. I had people's children. People paid me to take care of their kids. So who was around me I watched them like a hawk. I wasn't just going to assume, you're going to be cool and I'll let you get near 30 kids. You could maybe watch us in the audience from 50 feet away, but you're not going to get up and into the group. You know what I mean? You're not going to get close unless I vetted you. So this idea of who's going to get close, who's going to be near, you could see in their eye. And I'm just going to say very quickly, I guess I could take these off. I'll put them back on. Is that they're the crow's feet. Okay, when you're in my world, it was kids and music and fun. Pretty easy to smile and see some amazing stuff every hour. It's the climate and the work environment was one of the most positive places you could ever invent in your mind. It was crazy. So if you see the crow's feet disappear while the smile is still there, you're near a somewhat manipulative person. Okay. You got to do it a few times to really be able to know if you should keep your guard up. But it doesn't mean you're like in self-defense mode. It just means these people are not as deeply connected to you as you think they are. Then there's going to be those who are diehards, who are volunteering. And if I told you how many people helped me, you wouldn't believe me. You would not believe me. I was so blessed with dozens and dozens and dozens of intelligent, strong-willed, successful parents of all different socioeconomic classes, from millionaires right on down to, to people struggling to pay my piano teaching bill. I learned so much that I can't believe that God showed me this kind of life. This is something that will also make you very spiritual, because you're like, why are you helping me? I'm asking for help. I need help. But all of you, all the time, 10 years, daily, like, who am I? And it was quite simply a very easy thing to understand. Their kids and I were a great team. I looked after their kids, and their kids loved being around me or the school or the energy or the music. And that is what I built. That's what I gave them. So when you see someone who has 2,500 employees hanging out at your place all the time, wanting to talk, hanging out, chilling, when you're getting $500, $600, $800 on top of the bill, told keep the change, that's an amazing feeling. When you have, people connected to Hollywood, people connected to Washington, D.C., people connected all over the place. If you see that they are helping you and they want you to succeed, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. So you don't need that level of help to be successful. You need some help. And let me show you a very, very real thing to do. You open up a liquor store in an average part of town. Maybe not real bad, but maybe not glorious. You notice you're attracting this guy who doesn't work. Maybe he's homeless. He's not a sight. He's not a sore sight. He's not a chaotic person. He's not a smelly, broken down person. But he is a consistent person at your workplace for reasons that you don't know, and without enough money to really, expect to see him as much as you do. So because of that, that is where you start to use him as an ally if he is so, if he wants to. Now, and I shouldn't say use, because that's not the right word. You're going to connect with this person and try to see if there's a win-win to be sorted out between you two. Let's say after 7, because it gets dark, you're a little uneasy being alone in this store. Well, you barter with this person in order to then create some kind of situation where They're okay with being in the store with you. Um, and you see just that right there. That is an ally. That is a team member. You may not have access to the amount of people that I did. That's what a school does. It attracts people. But you can still create allies in every single kind of business that you have. And I recommend it because inside of being supported is a relationship. And relationships are very, very, very important. They're very cool and they're worth their weight. So, allies, teams, these are very, very big things for you to understand how to start. Let me move into a team really quick. When you are in your business, again, you're maybe making sandwiches. You get so busy, you got 7 people, okay? So you have a meeting. And this team, this is your team. These are, if you get them as I work from 4 to 7 on 3 days a week, that's what I do here. If you get them robotic and angry and just come in to make $1, you're going to be miserable. They're miserable. You're miserable. So you create a team of people that want to have some kind of fun. So you got to look at human motivation and say, nobody really wants to make a sandwich nonstop. So how about we do this at the end of every week after the sandwiches and blah, 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 we do this. I have a beach house and we're going to go to the beach house every Monday. And you can choose whatever you want to do. You want to go to the beach, you want to walk around, want to go to restaurants, you want to sleep. There's enough bedrooms for, I'll take you guys down, blah, blah, blah. Now, what you do when you introduce a human, gentleness is you create motivation. And you may not have much to offer except the beach house on the local lake and some tents. And you just say, once a week, you guys are welcome to come to this situation. You're not forced. It'll be happening on Saturday mornings all the way till Monday morning. So if you have a Saturday shift, you can come in late on Monday. And if you have a Monday shift, you can, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what you've done is you've reminded everyone that this money is stupid. Work is even stupider. But we are humans, and our relationship is a connection of survival. We use money, we make sandwiches, and with that money, we buy our heat and our food and pay our our car payments. And so it's understood. But it's not inhumane. You start to help them understand are a team. And I want to show you that I will take care of you and I will care about you the best that I can. You might laugh, like, do you think I want to go to the beach with the guys I work with every week? No, I understand. Then you make millions. And instead of going to the beach, you buy them all a car. You know what I mean? You're like, here's another $25,000 bonus in a car. All of these things are what you do as you build teams. It doesn't matter what kind of team you're building. When you're leading a group of people, that is your responsibility to create a human experience of some kind. You might have people who are like, let's make some money. We don't want to go to the beach. We want to just add another $2,000 into our pockets. Okay, that's my team. That's my team. Let's do this. Okay, we're going to push this idea here. You're going to sell this here. And that's what you do. Whatever your team desires or needs is something you want to create. A lot of teams want to have free time. The thing that I'm most proud of when my business was its strongest, we were open. Check this out. This is unbelievable. We were open basically 150 days a year, maybe less. By doing that, I then had my artists, because I can't employ them full. They all can't make 80 grand with me. But what I did was I was able to let the artist work in several situations, including gigging on the weekends, and they thrived. Most of my staff thrived for years. And this was something that I was so proud that I created. It was so hard to give artists work from 8 in the morning till 8 at night, Monday through Thursday. That's a lot of work for an artist in a private institution. We're not a nonprofit. And that's what I did. And it was a team that was so free creatively. So, nobody was rich. I wish I could have paid them twice as much as they got paid. But they found their roots and their nests, and they found other connections, and they invented these intertwined lives to be taken very seriously as teachers in central Connecticut, and rightfully so, because I gathered an amazing crew. So I'm going to stop with that. Allies and teams, that's your job. That's really your only job. That's what a leader does, because you're going to stop making the pizza and you're going to start opening more pizza shops. And you got to trust the pizza to other people. All right. I'm Greg Colossale. Hope that was helpful.